Merry Christmas. Yes, we got to show you this awesome solution. I got you a duplicate, except for it's called the Shadow. Look at that. Archery's the single point, which kind of solves a problem. Elk-shaped gear channel. TD, we are doing some archery stuff that should be on Elk-Shape's channel, but we're gonna do it here because this is kind of gear. First things first, Merry Christmas. You've been shooting the Ibex for over a year?
Yep.
Unfortunately for me, your groups have tightened up quite a bit with that. For real, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna hunt with that?
I hunted with it last year.
Exactly. Well, I got you a duplicate, except for it's called the Shadow. You shouldn't have your point of impacts change. The way that the neck is on and the angle, I think it will line up perfectly to the Ibex. Look at that. And because you're right-handed, you can decide to put your button on the right side, which will be good. And the other thing about this release is I'd like to see if there's a spot where we can utilize Archery's the single point, which kind of solves a problem for handhelds. If you've ever lost one while hunting, it sucks. And it's kind of why this little system, these guys are military guys that came out with it. I thought it was kind of cheesy until I tried it, and then I was like, oh, people are going to dig this. We got to show you this awesome solution for handhelds. But first, let's get Tyler set up on the Shadow. This side, right? For your button.
Mm-hmm.
Through this. And then the nice thing is you have quite a bit of play on where you adjust that. It's a little tricky to get started after working out and your hands are all shaky.
That's the problem.
Shooting this last week, I really enjoyed it. It's a great release, and I had to actually make it pretty light to break. So I'll show you how to make the trigger or travel adjustment. But you can see how that you can adjust
forward,
barrel,
back,
yeah,
and then wherever you want the barrel.
Yeah, so like pretty much 2 adjustments, forward, back, and then you can swivel that button till it's in the sweet spot for you, and that's going to be different for everybody. And then I think your homework assignment is to come back and make a video, do your impact points. Does your point of impact change at all between, you know, the Evolution Ibex and the Evolution Shadow? We got a shot trainer, give it a shot.
It feels pretty light.
Yeah, it does with this, but it won't when you're... That's how it was for me. I was like, oh, I got to make this heavier. And then when I went to shoot it, I was at full draw for like 15 seconds just pushing and pulling, and it finally broke.
Well, a good shot training.
Yeah. So to adjust the trigger travel, you have 2 adjustments on the back. And I think...
Here and here?
Yeah, the one closest to the button, go ahead and close it as far as you lock it in. There you go. And then turn it clockwise until it breaks.
Clockwise?
Mm-hmm. And then back it probably a quarter. No joke, I would start there.
Okay.
And if you want to make it heavier, you always just rinse and repeat that process, but back it out more and more.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is a sear adjustment, which will be like the amount of bite it has on it, which I don't think you'll have to mess with until you put about 10,000 arrows or shots through that release, which is cool. And then the other thing we want to talk about is the Archery, the single point. The guy wrote us a note. He said, thanks for checking it out. They're all current active military members who want to bring tactical mindset to bow hunting. And I have lost handheld releases, so this is the device. And it's going to come in a couple of different pieces here. So hopefully it's pretty straightforward. So this is going to be your tether for your release. So where would you want to put that?
Maybe through that little hole there.
Good luck. I don't know if you can get through there. And then this is the horizontal line that you will put across your chest pack, because you always have your chest rig on when you're hunting. We'll show you how to do that. And then this will connect your release so that you can still reach to your jaw, pull back, and you can let go, and your release will stay. We'll show you.
Okay, it goes through, and then we just feed this back through it.
Yeah, girth hitch it. I don't know if the people can see.
Fat finger's probably in the way. Well,
That'll work. All right. Next probably is your chest rig. And you got to find somewhere to slide that through and girth hitch one side, and then save this side for the last side. So
where do you?
maybe
Up
these
here?
buckles. Oh.
Okay, and then
For this one, you have to pretty much do something similar, but you're going to use this knot as your bite.
you say we can adjust this knot.
Yeah. And you can adjust the length of the horizontal depending on how barrel chested you are. Or not, you know. And you can cut and burn any excess once you've made sure that that horizontal is to your liking. And this piece right here is adjustable, and it's a prusik knot in the bottom here, so you can kind of mess with length here. These little sleeves can slide up, so you can kind of just make it long or short depending on, obviously you need enough room to pull back. So if we pull this guy through, gotta lengthen it out. I just got a feeling we gotta go a little bit longer. Let's try that.
Which
And then this
is-
will connect to your horizontal.
And that goes here. And then this goes here.
Yeah. And then you have to put your chest pack on and see if this is long enough and shoot your shot trainer. So we're talking new release, we're talking about a solution, so not, you don't lose your handheld release.
Slides in there.
I kind of like that. Okay, here he goes. You're gonna go some practice of, and you could just drop it, and it would. Okay. Maybe you stand up and do one real quick, just so people can get the full idea of. I think it's a pretty good design. To be honest with you, I think
Yeah.
it's super simple, well thought
Especially
out.
if you have trouble losing these.
I might have lost once or twice.
Yeah, that would.
Does it bother you at all having a string do it? Do you notice it?
I don't notice that string on there.
And
Yeah.
is it long enough? Feels good?
Yeah, it. I mean, the only. Like I think, as long as you're
Or long enough to hook on
long
here?
enough to hook on,
Yeah.
and it seems pretty good as far as that goes. It
I
just
would
have some
run a
travel
system like that.
side to side. So I mean, you just have to be cognizant of where your string is when you're stalking in or whatever. But
Last but not least, I wanted to finish the video with just talking about the ibex and how you adjusted it to your liking.
as far as
So
the
you have
sears,
that third finger that you can adjust
Yep,
different angles. Could you even
Yeah.
take it out if you wanted to make it a two finger?
you can take it off.
I don't think
if
anyone
you-
would want to do that.
I
but
don't. Yeah, I didn't.
That's kind of the art of the Hinge, right?
Yeah, some people shoot with a 2-finger hinge,
Yeah,
but I don't know. I just like the 3.
What
And
about, can you adjust to the click? How long it takes to get to the click?
So the Hinge has 2 sears.
Okay.
So one is your click and the other is your fire. And you just adjust, and there's 2 tiny little set screws. So you gotta loosen one and tighten the other, and it moves these 2 sears back and forth. And you can, for me, for some reason it's hard to reset, but you can reset it. So like if you get to the click, oops, it's hard to do when it's not under tension. But if you get to the click there, and it's like, you didn't hear it, right? It's not a click, it's more of a little vibration.
It does vibrate.
So you feel it more than hear it. And then if you want to reset it, you can pull back on your index and kind of let it rock back forward, and it'll reset. You draw back, you get to the click, something happens.
The elk stays behind the tree.
And you want to you don't know where you're at now.
Yeah.
You can reset the click and then continue.
He takes a step out and then you go back in too.
Yep.
Will you show us how you have it set up with this shot trainer, so we can kind of get a vibe as to, let us know when it clicks so we can kind of see how long it takes to break.
So that's the click.
A little vibration.
Just a little vibration, and then I got it set a little bit harder because
you don't want to click bang.
Right.
I like that.
That and like adrenaline's pumping when you're on an animal, and the click bang becomes 1.
Yeah. So you feel like the Ibex has made you a better archer? Is it my imagination, or have your groups significantly tightened straight up?
Yeah, I feel like in the last year I've gotten better, but it's a combination of like working with a Hinge for a year plus and just more practice, I guess. So a combination of both. I really like that vibration because like most of them have like a pretty audible click.
Yeah.
Didn't really like that in a Hinge, but this one with it, you don't even hardly, it's almost inaudible.
Yeah.
And you just feel it in your hand, and not really, you're not listening for a click, you're just feeling for it. And then you know here we go.
On Elk Shape's channel, I shot my Ibex, my Shadow, my Carter 2 Simple, head to head, groups of 3, and I stacked the tightest group with the Ibex Hinge, which is such a bummer because I personally don't want to hunt with Hinge. Guys, what do you think? Pretty cool. Shout out to those military boys for sending over the cool attachment. It's called the Single Point. So want to support active veteran military, made here in the States. Super functional, very simple design. Like it. Shout out to Dale at Evolution Outdoors for coming out with the Shadow. Tyler will come back, I'm promising for it on your behalf, and he will come back with a video shooting these head to head to let us know, do they have the same impact? Does he now like the thumb button better? Strengths, weaknesses, separations in the preparation. Subscribe to this channel. It is awesome. We'll catch you on the next one.